Hello students, yesterday we studied about power division and the ethnic composition in Belgium and Sri Lanka, one European nation and one Asian country, our neighboring country. How these two countries divided the power in their places. About Sri Lanka, the word is used majoritarianism. What do you mean by majoritarianism? The majority Sinhalas, they tried to suppress the feelings of the minority Tamil people. In 1948, Sri Lanka got the freedom. From there onwards, the Sinhala governments formed, and in all the way they tried to suppress, tried to send away the demands of the Tamil people. In 1956, an act was passed in the Sri Lankan parliament, and in that act they adopted Sinhala as the official language of Sri Lanka instead of Tamil, without giving any importance to Tamil language. Then the different governments, they give government jobs to the people of Sri Lanka, that means to the Sinhalas, and in the university positions also. So everywhere else they try to give importance to the Sinhalas, not to the Tamil ones. Together with that, they give more importance. They try to foster, they try to give more importance to Buddhism as the only one religion of the country. This created a panic situation between the Tamilians and the Sinhalas. The Tamilians, they try to get their importance. They try to give their demands in front of the governments many times. But the Sri Lankan governments, which were led by the Sinhala groups, they were not ready to accept these demands of these Tamilians. So the Tamilians, they made various organizations, various associations to get their demands passed by these governments. Finally, they demanded for a Elam or an independent state for them in the north and eastern part of the country. That demand also was not taken by these governments. A particular Elam means a particular state, an independent state only for the Tamilians in the north and eastern part of the country. It was rejected. So it leads into a civil war between the Sinhalas and the Tamilians. Killed thousands of people. In that, the main leadership was given by Veluppilla Prabhakaran, and his movement was named as LTTE. In Belgium, it was entirely different from Sri Lanka. Instead of majoritarianism, they adopted a movement of accepting every people into the nation, giving importance to French-speaking and the Dutch-speaking people into the nation. For that, they amended their constitution 4 times from 1970 to 1990 between. They amended their constitution 4 times to give importance to all the languages in that nation. So, in the central government of the country, they give ministers equally to all the languages, especially for the Dutch and the French languages. Equal number of ministers from both the languages to the central parliament of the country or the central government of the country. Second one, they gave more importance to state governments of both the regions, Flemish and Wallonia regions. These state governments, they were not the subordinates of the central government. Instead of that, they got more power to rule their regions. And for the capital city Brussels, they made a government. In that place also, for that capital city's government also, they give equal importance to both the languages. equal members to the government from French and the Dutch. So the French and the Dutch language people, they accepted in the central government and in the capital city Brussels to make the government with equal ministers, because in both the places they were in majority or in minority. And the last one is they made a community government from all the languages, irrespective of their places, made a new government which is called as community government for the country. And this community government made the decisions, policies for cultural and educational and language related matters. So first one, the central government formed. In that both the languages got equal ministers. For the capital city Brussels, they made a government. There also they got equal number of members. State government got enormous powers, not the subordinate of the central government. Then the formation of community government. So everybody was happy in Belgium in forming the government and taking the policies. This is called as Belgium model of power division. In a proper way, they divided the power, given the power to every people of the country. Because of that, whenever the European Union formed, European Union, you know, the countries of Europe, they together formed a union and they accepted euro as their common currency. Whenever this union formed, they accepted the capital of Belgium, that means Brussels, as the headquarter of European Union.